Hey y'all, what is up today? This is Dalsu with Dalsu Plays, and we are back on that Banished. No work today for me. A little bit of a day off. Rainy day. Big winds, big storms. So I'm sat inside playing Banished, and I am very much expecting this spurt of insane population growth to happen. If you are measuring it by the amount of students and children that we do have, then we are well into the 800s, almost to 900, and very close to our goal of 1,000. I don't see anything standing in our way aside from a huge tornado that would probably set us back a few episodes. We are full up on tools just about. Wait, what's your problem? There's not enough materials because we are maybe out of coal. Uh-oh. If we're out of coal, that's a big deal. See, that's all iron. What did I thought I switched you to coal. Yeah, you're working on coal. Maybe we don't have enough storage space for the coal? Is that... Are we out of storage space? No. Okay, what we'll do, just as a temporary kind of band-aid, we'll switch this to coal because we're already capped out on iron, so there's no reason not to. Now, if I switch this to coal... Because, see, this one doesn't have, like, an amount. You can make an infinite amount of coal. This one's saying it does have an amount, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway. This building is always clippy like that. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so if we run out of coal, that's going to cause some issues, but nothing that's, like, super serious. You know? So, basically, all I'm going to do is keep on rocking with the houses. Let's get us a few more to start off this episode. We'll do 8, maybe? I'm better just do them this way. There's 4 right off the bat, and here's another 4 for you. Okay, so there's 4, 8, I mean, rather. And we want to keep an eye on our food, but I'm pretty sure we're like okay, majorly, because I've been expanding the farming as I grow, so you know I don't think there's anything to worry about. Another graveyard would be nice because ours keep filling up. I guess we could do one right there if we really wanted to. Let's do it. What the hell? It's gonna be. I'm getting pretty good at these menus now. A cemetery here, very large one. 17 by 15 is a nice size. That'll take 60 stone. And hopefully keep our citizens from getting too unhappy too often. Could also definitely use another tobacco field, but kind of focused on food right now, which, as you can tell, I have above 100,000. So no real concerns about that. So what we'll do, now that we've done all those orders, is we'll speed up for just a minute. Again, the rain and the size of my town and the speed make for a kind of clippy game, even on the best of computers. So we will just kind of stay put here for, you know, just maybe a minute or two. And we might move just around slightly. See, we're not able to maintain enough tobacco. We definitely need another tobacco farm. Or is it a crate issue? See, I don't know. Do we make crates? I don't know. I don't know if we have crates or we make crates or what, but... So, how about those houses? With 13 laborers, it's going to take a lot longer to deliver all of the goods. Plus, we have to assume that the other 13 laborers have, you know, other important jobs to attend to as well. So, it'd be much better. We don't have any builders at all right now. We've gotten very low, actually, on our population. We've actually moved back by about 30 adults since the last episode. We have a whole generation of students that are going to start, hopefully soon, coming of age. And yeah, the game's a little grindy, as I've said right now. But, you know, this is it. If we want to get to 1,000 people, we pretty much just have to be patient and allow the game to take course. Make sure we don't make any major blunders, like running out of food, which would ruin us, and then just pray and sacrifice, you know, goats or whatnot, in the hopes that no horrible situations befall us. Alright, now that that's gone on for a little while, I'm going to slow it back down and take a look. I think we're going to want to assign some builders. Why don't we do a little pass through our jobs here and see if there's anything that we'd like to get rid of. I doubt that there is, really. We only have 2 butchers, really. I mean, 2 brewers, really. Carver, I could probably shut down. The Chandler, I could probably shut down. The Charter Deputy, I could definitely shut down. But I'm more partial to just kind of waiting it out, because it shouldn't be long. I still don't understand how the soldiers work, even after 80 episodes. We are short some stonecutters. We have 1 stonecutter place that's I see because we had upgraded one that wasn't working for a long time. That's all well and good. We also need a couple vendors. So we actually need a few. Right. We might not be able to get these houses built until the population corrects itself. Because we're going through a death wave right now. Alright, where are those houses? Gotten a little turned around here. Right, they're down here. So I'll go ahead and let them all get filled up, and then I'll probably move no more than 5. I wouldn't be comfortable moving that many, you know. You gotta have laborers is one of the things. It's one of my top tips. Thinking about maybe doing a tips video for Banished. One of my top tips is going to be always keep as many laborers as you can possibly afford. They are dreadfully important. Okay, that's probably our furnishings right there, yeah? Alright, so all these houses are good to go. I'm going to switch exactly 5 builders, and I'm going to speed it up. All this gets going. Got a little snow there. Still 11,000 food. We had worked to try to correct a little bit of a deficit of firewood last episode. I hope that kind of remains stable. And also, we have plenty of tools and plenty of clothing, so nothing to worry about there. Well, that was pretty fast for just having 5 builders. Although I suppose they haven't done all that much work. It just looks like they've done a lot of work. They're really not that fast at all. Are we down to 4 laborers now? Did we just lose a bunch of people? What is happening? Let's slow it down. I want to check. The last massive building campaign was over here. These guys don't even have kids. These guys have an 8-year-old child. Okay, I think most of these are going to be around 9 or 8. These guys have a second one who's about to become a laborer. Some of these should be getting really close. She's 19 and still a student. Get a job. I think I had built these first. They don't even have kids. Old folks, man. See, these old folks, I know this sounds horrible, but they kind of need to hurry up and die so that we can have new babies. Like, I guess they don't have babies when they're like 75. So this is like an old folks home over here. We have a lot of 10, 16-year-olds. Okay, well that'll be somewhat of a boost for us. But really, we need to get back up to the point where we have at least 30 laborers, and then whoever's on top of that is just going to go straight into building. I don't think I'll put anybody into the stone cutters, or I might do the traders because we kind of rely on our marketplaces. I assume that's what they are, not the trading posts, but I could be wrong about that. Need to look at that more closely. Firewood is low again. You know, last episode I built these 2, you can see here. I built these 2 along with a couple more foresters, and it doesn't seem that the problem is with the logs. We're managing to build a lot of buildings and still maintain a healthy level of logs, but we're just not doing it with the firewood. I wonder why that is. Starting to get a couple laborers. Finally, at long last. Our food is not soaring quite as high as it has, but it is late winter time, so there's not as much food production going on, I guess. How about our new graveyard? What's it doing? Alright, it hasn't even had any labor on it yet, which is, you know, to be expected. Because we have so few builders that we desperately need. I'm thinking another market here, followed by clearing this all out for more farms. And then more houses. I don't know if I'll do any more orchards. They never seem to work out too well for me. I mean, I always lose, you know, a bunch of my trees to disease or blight or whatever you have. Alright, I guess there's no proactive move I need to make right now. If we're being patient. I am seeing a few more laborers come. Yep. Good deal. A lot of activity down here on the event log. Okay, this prime baby-making couple. In fact, one of them's a student still. That's kind of weird, but... You know, 18 and 20, that's legal, isn't it? Most states, I guess. Yeah, this lack of builders is hurting us. Should we check out that guy? Probably not. Students. I'll wait till we get up to 20 laborers, and then I'll feel kind of happy about maybe assigning a few more of the builders. This is not getting done fast enough at all. Still having a lot of deaths. Out with the old, in with the new. Like I say, we've been moving backwards for a little time here in terms of adult population, so. But it's coming, don't worry. It's coming. Alright, go ahead and slow it down here. Just take a little flyby. See what's going on. 9,000 food. Okay. A little bit better on the firewood, I suppose. But not that much. Not really that much at all. What I could do... What I could do, especially if I had more laborers, is just choose a section of forest over here. Tell them to cut all this out. And in the middle, I'd put a stockpile of wood and like 4 log choppers and then a barn. So that's just like a area completely devoted to the production of firewood. And I probably will do that. Maybe down here would be a good place. This whole area could just be a firewood production area. But then... I don't know. We've got a forester lodge here, a forester lodge here. May make sense to put a third one up there and flatten this out. Maybe put a little, even like a little housing area in here. I kind of like that idea, actually. This will be like a little mini village just dedicated to wood. So let's use our power flatten tool. I know I'm going to be messing things up a little bit here, but... Flatten all the mountains, baby. It's not gonna work, is it? So cheap, so cheap. Alright, cut all that out. They should at least make it cost money or take labor. Like, I can see if you were like, okay, tell all your guys to go flatten that out. You know? In fact, I think that'd be a really excellent change to the game. Okay, I assume the trees will go back on flattened land, but I could be wrong about that. It's a little dangerous to be doing it so close to my wood choppers, because you never know what could happen. Yeah, okay, I think this is a pretty good idea, actually. One of the better ideas I've had. Like a little area that's devoted to nothing more but the production of firewood. So we'll get to that. The only issue is that we're obviously going to need labor. We're obviously going to need builders to build the things we already have queued up, and all that. Like these houses, which we haven't even got the second one done yet. Looks like it's actively being worked on by one of our 5 builders. So let's speed it up in the hopes that maybe we can reach 20 laborers before this video comes to an end. so that at the very least next video we'll be able to take a slightly more proactive approach to things. Yeah, I'm seeing some laborers here finally, and deaths, and labor, and deaths, and labor. Ah, the cycle. It's hard to believe we're only on year 128. That's amazing. It feels like 500 years, but the years really do pass slowly, even when you're in 10 speed. And I've played probably a great majority of this playthrough on slower speed, so it's not surprising, I suppose. But it just feels it feels like a lot longer. It really does. Want to keep an eye on that food. It's starting to kind of droop a little bit, but of course the harvest is coming up soon, so probably nothing to worry about. But you know, it'll droop more and more every year. 13 laborers, just can't seem to get that number up, can we? A lot of kids becoming students now. 120 students is the most we've had quite a long time, I think. It's just not happening for us. It's all just going to take some patience. The harvest is currently underway. And actually it looks like our stored fuel has recovered. We'll have to go through another winter and just make sure that that is in fact the case before we decide what to do. I mean, we'll use this space regardless, whether we decide to, you know, plant more trees there or what. I think a lot of these foresters need houses nearby anyway to function properly. You know, but we're getting a lot of wood, so we're getting a lot of logs anyway. I got it paused. Okay, unpause. Let's take a look over here and make sure all is right with the world. We haven't checked. You know, you got to check these places out. You never know. You're gonna be stockpile could be full, or this is a purely iron stockpile here, huh? All these buildings appear to be working. The graveyards appear to be full. This is, of course, full. I think mostly full with cotton. Cotton, eh? Well, we could always sell a bit of cotton, couldn't we? What do you say to that? 33% full, so why don't we take 3,000, 4,000 cotton? Yeah? And that'll get it out of our main storage system. And we'll be able to perhaps buy some more crops. I'm sure there's more crops that we... I mean, there's so many damn crops in the game. If you look at the town hall... Chapel's still not full. That's interesting. Despite all of our surges in population. And we're getting a lot closer to the 20 laborers we had set our hopes on. Still not doing much there. Every laborer over 20 is probably going to end up as a builder for the time being until we get all this, the graveyard done and everything. And then maybe we'll start our new little area over there by the woodcutters. Possibly next episode. Look, we got a string of builders there. This couldn't be a merchant at the one I just moved all the cotton to, could it? It's not. I mean, we could do a deer field, but I think we have enough meat, realistically. It's gonna be cool. Little city there. Little suburb. Farming community. Well, I may let some time tick by off camera, because I'm sure this is about as entertaining as watching paint dry right now, but again, this is the kind of game that requires patience. Go watch Fallout 4, which I'm currently Let's Playing, and nobody's watching, so... about to get that one done. It'll give me a couple new little kitties, hopefully. Are these guys having babies yet? We got a 10-year-old student there. They must have moved somewhere else. This is about right. 1-year-old child. 1-year-old child. Okay. No, we haven't built these. This is a new child. Oral. Moral Oral is a very good show. Or it used to be. I don't even think they're still making that. It was like Claymation, wasn't it? Anyway, we are at 20 minutes. So I'm probably going to let maybe a year go by off camera when you guys aren't watching. And so I'll hopefully have enough laborers to do what I want to do when the next episode starts, and I hope you'll join us for that. This has been Dalsu with Dalsu Plays. I'll see you next time, guys.